police are going to get back to me, but I kicked off and asked why I wasn't told that scumbag was out.
You are sure it was him?
It's not like I'd ever forget that face, Mum.
It's happened to me. You know, thinking that I saw people that hurt me. I saw Callum. There's no way it could have been him. Maybe that's what's happened.
It was him, Mum.
Oh, that man. Walking the streets after what he did to you.
I'm okay.
Look, don't get me wrong. You are the strongest person I have ever met, but Nathan's always been locked up. I mean, if they've let him out, I feel powerless.
What if Uncle David had seen him? Or Gran or Gary?
Oh, I think he's got enough on his plate as it is.
Meaning?
Oh, nothing. It's all good.
Thank you for believing me. Hello?
Hiya, Daniel.
Yeah, no, she's here. Yeah. Just hear him out.
To inform survivors of abuse if their abuser's going to be released, and they haven't been in touch with you, so...
I know what I saw.
What happened to Lauren? It's not a million miles away from what happened to you, is it? As far as we know. It's possible that it's triggered something. A trauma.
Please don't patronise me. I know that what Nathan put me through doesn't just float away because it's in here all the time.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
No, you're saying that I hallucinated, that I imagined seeing his face. That is completely different.
I don't know what to do.
Well, it's not about you, Daniel.
Okay, what if we take a break? Go to the Lake District, or the Seychelles. I don't mind. Just somewhere for a bit of rest and relaxation.
I didn't imagine it. I saw him, and a week on the beach isn't going to change that.
Are you honestly saying that what's happened to Lauren hasn't resurfaced your own feelings about your own abuse?
Oh, stop speaking to me like a teacher. Of course it has.
Okay, so maybe, just maybe, your mind is playing tricks on you as it tries to process that trauma. I just want to protect you, Bethany.
These are Lauren's last known movements, and she just didn't have a clue, did she? She had no idea that she was in danger, just walking around minding her own business. Or maybe she did know. Maybe she was frightened. She could have been like that for weeks or months even.
Shall we take a break from the reconstruction viewing?
Listen, maybe I did get it wrong. Maybe I thought I saw someone or something, but maybe I didn't.
Do you think you might be a bit too close to this?
Clearly you do, but there's no such thing. I have to know what happened to her.
Why?
Because 7 years ago, that could have been me. It's like a horror film, except with this, we don't know who the killer is or what he wants or where he's hiding.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is with horror films that the villain very rarely...
It's Nathan.
You don't know that?
No, I do. I knew it. He's been the puppet master all along, going after Lauren, scaring Ellie into keeping her mouth shut. This is what he does.
It's what he's done in the past, but we can't be sure that he's guilty now.
What are you, his mum or something? First of all, I didn't see him, and now he's Mary Poppins, according to you. Why are you Team Nathan all of a sudden?
I'm not. I promise you I'm not. Bethany, I'm really sorry that I didn't believe you, but you just need to take a breath.
I'm not some overexcited kid. I still have physical scars from that man.
And I'm saying protect your emotional ones.
I am not jumping to conclusions to think that Nathan might have hurt another girl.
I agree. All the signs do seem to point to someone who's done this before.
Yeah, well, there you go, then. Are you coming?
Where?
The police. I think they've got some explaining to do.
So it looks like the letter informing you of Nathan Curtis's release was sent to your previous London address.
And no one thought to follow that up?
Yeah, that's an error. Someone should have. I can only apologise.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. It's not like he emotionally or sexually abused me, was violent, or stubbed out cigarettes on my arm. Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's upsetting. I understand that.
It's disgraceful.
What is it exactly that you guys do day to day? Because a teenage girl is missing, but let's be real, she's dead. A convicted sex offender is now as free as a bird and has been sniffing around the area, but you don't think those things are connected?
I'll be talking to Mr. Curtis.
It's a bit late for that, don't you think?
Nathan hasn't attempted to make contact or threaten you in any way, has he?
He hasn't come near me, but clearly Lauren hasn't been as lucky.
We have no evidence to suggest that Nathan had anything to do...
You were happy enough to make a stab in the dark with Roy and Daniel, but when the killer is staring you directly in the face, you don't want to do anything?
The investigation is ongoing.
Well, steer it towards that monster, then!
Thanks for coming to see me, Bethany.
You are going to arrest him, though, yeah?
Well, an officer will pay Mr. Curtis a visit, but we can't just go around arresting anybody without evidence.
It's your job to find evidence!
why don't we go and pick Bertie up from school together? And we can go get some tea or something.
No thanks.
Bethany, said I'm sorry for not believing you.
Yeah, I know, it's not that.
You heard Swain. They're going to talk to him. They might be about to finally do some real police work.
And what? Find out how he killed her or where her body is? This shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Of course it shouldn't. It's tragic.
It was preventable.
Look, at least now, they can find Nathan, and if he did do it, get some justice for Lauren.
And he'll just worm his way out of it like he always did. I saw the way that Swain looked at me. Poor little girl who was abused and now she's lost her mind.
Nobody thinks that.
She said no evidence about 20 times.
She's got the patronising tone down perfectly. I know. I've been on the receiving end of it enough times. You just can't let it get into your head.
After the way they treated you and Roy, I don't trust the police to do anything anymore.
And I agree with you, 100%. I just hate that you feel like it's your job to hunt Nathan down.
Well, you're not going to like this then.
What?
Do you recognise that company? Well, that's where he'll be. And I'm going. It's up to you whether you want to join me.
Hey, who says that Nathan's even here?
Oh, the precinct's not far away, so it makes sense.
Well, at least something does. Why do you need to see him?
People don't just change. Lauren deserves justice. That's the least we can do for her.
This isn't your fight.
I got away from Nathan because I had people around me that cared for me. Lauren didn't. What about his next victim?
I want to stop Nathan too, but is this really the way? Surprising him at work?
Well, it doesn't look like he's here anyway, so we can go.
Thank you.
Tell me what you've done with her.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lauren Bolton.
The missing girl. Get out of here, Bethany.
You groomed her like you groomed me.
You've no right to come round here shooting your mouth off.
Hey, we just want to ask you some questions.
Well, I don't want to answer them.
Why? Have you got something to hide?
Everything all right, Joe?
Yes, boss. I'll be 2 minutes.
Joe? Oh, so you are hiding something. Bet your boss doesn't know that you're a sex offender.
This is harassment. If you don't leave, I'm going to call the police.
Yeah, you do that. While you're at it, you can tell them where you were when Lauren was murdered.
Bethany,
You'll regret that.
just stay away from her. You hear me?
You're going to talk about this?
Oh, well, I've got access to his phone. He'll disable his SIM any minute.
Bethany, you realise that you just mugged someone? Was this your plan all along?
No.
Well, then what on earth possessed you?
Well, I don't know. I didn't think he'd be stupid enough to unlock his phone in front of me. I just saw my opportunity and I took it.
You do realise that we could both be in a lot of trouble here?
Not when I show the police this.